I tried, by default how to record, but I didn't get options. But please at least remind me in the beginning itself.
Sure.
Okay, see, download is completed. You just double click because I already installed here. Just double click, you will it gonna install on your local system. So once you type Git, so you will get a Git Bash and Git GUI. I'll explain both the tools how GUI looks, but first familiar with the command line based Git Bash. So it looks like this. So that once you are familiar with all the Git commands, then it is easy for remembering the Git GUI. Okay, so this desktop level is done. Let's go back instance. So this is um, let me verify whether Git is already installed because couple of OS the Git is by default you're gonna get it. So Git is already by default it is installed, so no need to bother about on the cloud side. But only thing, how you are going to interact with your remote repository. When I say remote repository, so this is the remote repository. I had created one repository already. How many of you have created repositories?
Yeah, I created Gopi.
You created, huh? Okay, good.
Hmm.
But make sure you have to create and you have to do practices. Then only you will get a how to interact with the remote repositories. Okay, I already created one repository, but I'll create one more from the beginning. There is option called new. Here you just give on repository name. DevOps demo February. If it is coming like this, you are okay to use this naming convention, or else it won't allow you because it is a public repository, right? So many people are using the same repositories. Make it public only because you need to interact with the multiple people also. Create a repository. Okay. Now, just create one text file. Create a new file. See now your repositories are is here. I'm creating one text file. Name of the file is demo file .txt. Hello world. I'm just adding some content to it. Okay. Commit changes. See, after entering your details, you have to commit. No other option. Give some meaningful message always. First file created and commit changes. Okay. Now your repository is ready. DevOps demo February is the repository name, and I've created one demo file.txt. Okay. Now, how to interact with this remote repository with my local repository? Local in the sense in my desktop or from the AWS instance. Let's okay. I'll create a one folder in the desktop. So just navigate this folder. Okay, DevOps Git. Now my Git is ready. I mean, I will navigate it to one folder. Just initialize git init. Git init is you are going to initialize your folder so that Git is able to track whatever the changes we made. Okay. So once you initialize it, there is a one folder is going to create, that is .git. If there is a folder called .git is available in the any folder, it means that is trackable. Now, how to clone this remote repository to my local repository? If you look at this GUI, there is a code, right? Highlighted one. Just drop down here. Just check the link. Copy the your URL clipboard. Just git clone. So before cloning, I want to tell you some parameter you need to set. Parameter in the sense, there should be a some, how you are going to track whether you are the one who is doing the modifications. You should set up something. Let me open that one. I'm just keeping all these comments here. Sorry. So you guys needs to do this your email registration and your username also. Username like this. Just copy paste everything. Okay, one by one. Just write what only copy paste the things. But do modify your email IDs and username, whichever username you wanted to. This one nowadays, so earlier the password configuration was entirely different. Now it has been little changed how to generate these global credentials. I'll explain you here. If you click here, there is a right corner settings. Go to settings. Have you seen this developer setting here? Here, personal access token. Under that, fine granted token. Okay, just click on this. Here, if you see this one, generate token new. So that is how you are going to generate your token. So you have to give the credentials whichever you have created, right, while creating. So use that credentials, login, and it is going to generate one key. So that is called this key. Okay, this key. So since I already created, so I'm not creating again. Once that is done, things are smooth. You can easily perform your operations. Okay. Now let me clone the repository. Go back. Which one we have created? DevOps, demo February, right? Okay. Under the code, just copy this one. Git clone, paste this one. Your remote repository is going to download to your local repository. Now see your
Where you have copied that link, Gokul?
which one?
The clone one. Yeah, that
This one.
one.
If you go to your remote repository,
Okay, yeah.
GitHub remote repository, right side, have you seen this code?
Yes.
Just click on drop down. So you'll
Okay,
get
okay.
two options: HTTPS, SSH. Okay. But first try for HTTPS. I'll explain you how SSH works. Okay. Just use git clone and copy this one. Okay. Your repo is going to download to your local repository. So which folder you would navigate, no? FD DevOps Git. It is gonna store
Yeah.
like this. So since I already download now, go to that folder. Your folder is here. DevOps February is there and file also there. Hello world. Okay. Now just navigate to the name of that one. DevOps demo February. Have you seen any difference here? Earlier it was master. This is mine.
Yeah,
What is
GitHub's repository. You're accessing cloud repository.
yeah. So that is I agree with you. Repository we have created. But what is this mine? Have you noticed mine here?
The main.
It's a branch.
Yes. Yes. It's by default now. All the almost cloud repositories are coming with a default branch as a mine. Earlier, there was a branch called master, but now it has been standardized across all the repositories and now coming with a mine repository. Sorry, mine branch. Okay, let's let's play couple of exercises here so that you will get a how are you going to add the files. So what is the command, Linux command to create a empty file? Touch file1.txt. Okay, I'm just creating a file1.txt and that. Now just see here whether the file is available there. File1, the same file I added right here. Now how Git is tracking your changes? Let's have a look. Git status. Have you noticed something red colored highlighted one? Your branch is up to date with origin mine untracked files. So Git is added something. I mean, we added, but it is not actually tracking. Nothing added to commit, but untracked files present. So it is just suggesting add Git add that file so that it is gonna track your file. Just enter a command Git add the file name. Okay, enter Git status give again. You will see earlier it was giving you a red color. Now it is giving green color. If you just notice this, Git changes committed, Git and branch mine, your branch is up to date with so and so things. So now your file is added to staging area. When I say staging area, The Git is maintaining a one area where it is, keeping track of all your changes. Now, just we added, that's it. We have to then commit the things, whatever we added. Git commit -m, you have to give your message. Add it file1 to repository. You can give any comments. I just given the meaningful comment. But is it mandatory to give -m committed? Let's try whether it is going to accept or not. I'll try just commit. What is it showing? Waiting for your editor to close the file. It is expecting something to give message. Got it, no? So always we have to give some message. This is again interview question. Is it possible to commit without comment? We have to pass a commit message. Add it file1. Enter. See, now the commit is happened. Your file is tracked and it is created on commit message also. This is commit message. Git log online. So now see, your each and everything is Git is tracking, because each and every commit it is gonna maintain on commit ID. Okay, but do you think this is already moved to your repository, remote repository? Let's refresh here. Has that file moved here? Since we committed, no, we are committed to only your local repository. We did not push them. So this is called a distributed version control system. We just did some certain operations. Let's add one more file. Touch file2.txt. Add. You can just give that also. You no need to specify file name every time, because when you're adding multiple files, is you no need to provide file names. If you just add that, it is gonna consider the current directory. Okay, git commit -m, added file2.txt. What happened? Oh, right. So two files added. ls. One is file from from the remote repository. While cloning, we got this file. These two files we added now, but it is not yet synced with the remote repository. So are we bothering about remote repository now? Because this is a distributed version control system, we no need to bother about the remote repository, whether it is connected or whether it is up or not. So we are not bothering. So that is called the distributed version control system. So I think Shruti asked a question, right? What is the distributed version control system? But whereas in centralized version control system, it is not like that. You have to connect your remote repository and you have to play all these things. So until unless you have to continuously, you know, as soon as you commit it, this file is gonna stored on the remote repositories. So that is the advantages of the distributed version control system over the centralized version control system. So when multiple people are working on the projects, they are not directly, every day they are not going to check out the things on the remote repositories, right? So that is how it works. Now, what is the command to push? Git push, git push origin mine. So this is how you get a message. You have to provide a token. Let me. Yes, your whatever that the local changes you have made, it is all pushed to your remote repository. Now you go ahead and refresh. Your files are here. Got it now? Whatever. Let's check the commits. See, added file 1, added file 2. Whatever the changes were made in the local, now it is again pushed to your remote repository. So that is how it works. Got it, no, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm copy pasting the history so that you will get an idea. What are all the comments we perform, you'll get to know that. But this is going to change. You need to create your own, Git token and perform these things. Let's try one more type file creation. Let's see if it is again asking the whether prompting you to give this token, whether it is asking you to provide the token. I'm adding one more file, touch file3.txt git add git commit -m added file3 git push. Have you seen any token it was asking now? So once you provide your token, or actually it should not ask token also, because we have already registered a token. But we'll see why that is asking. Maybe for the first time it is gonna prompt you. So now onwards it won't ask you the user credentials again and again, because that is stored on this session. Just refresh. Your file should be here. Correct now. Now let's move on to the branching. What is this branching? Branching in the sense, it is gonna segregate your work, separate or segregate your work, or isolate your work. In the sense, so by default you will get a main repository. You added some files. You are going to create your own branch called development branch. You added files. Again, you added files. So do you think that those files are merged here? So let's create one separate branch. I'm just creating a new branch name called development, or just give dev. Now let's go back to branch. Now you are into development branch. Again, I'm creating one file here. Add a file. dev underscore file dot txt, because I wanted to let you know how this file gonna merge with the main branch. Okay, I'm just committing. Okay, let it. I added a file called dev underscore file. Okay, if you look at main branch, is there a file called dev underscore file? Let's clone once again. Git pull. Git pull in the sense it is pulling the content. So see, if you look at this, you have created a branch called dev. Just check, is there any dev underscore file which was created under the dev branch? No, right? How to switch your child branch in the command line? Just use git checkout dev. Have you noticed dev? Once you issue git checkout dev, the branch name, it is gonna switch your main branch to the new branch, whatever the branch you have created. Now you just see whether that file is available here. Have you seen the file? It means whenever you are doing some action on the child branch or new branch, it is gonna segregate. It is not going to harm your main branch until you are going to merge the content from the child branch to your main branch. Correct? No? That is how the branching concept comes into the picture. Um, you, you have developed so and so script or so applications. Company is not allowing you to directly involve on the main branch itself, because that is already production, that is live, the code is live to your the company. And if you wanted to implement enhancing your functionality, you're supposed to create a child branch or the future branches like this, and you have to start implementing on it, and you have to test all the things whatever the enhancement you are doing. Then once things are done, what you have to do, you have to do a merge. Okay, I'm just creating one more file from the command touch dev underscore file underscore local desktop, so that it will tell you desktop. Git add git git commit type name added file from desktop in dev branch. So just a clear message. So things are, just check whether everything is good. Git status. So your branch is added, everything is looks good. Git push. So we have done some changes on the dev branch, and we have pushed content to remote repository. But where it is pushing? Do you have any idea? In which branch it is gonna store? What are the changes we made? In the main branch, we nothing. We are not, the things are not reflecting in the main branch, because that is not my intention to um, merge. I mean, not intention to interact with the main branch. I had created a separate branch and I did my modifications. So see, dev file underscore desktop I had created from my desktop here and add pushed. Now, how to merge this, whatever the changes we made in the dev branch to main branch. Sorry. Just you need to create a pull request under the branch what we have created, or you can go else also pull request, compare and pull request. Add some message merging dev branch to main branch. Create a pull request. So now who is going to approve these pull requests? That in a company, whoever is heading the team, whoever is head up this repository, are the people who are peer reviewers are there, no? So they are going to review all whatever the changes you have made, like this. Just going to check validate or whatever the changes you made, whether the things are working fine. If everything is working fine, just do your merge your pull request. Okay, confirm merge. You can delete a branch. Okay, now go to your. Have you noticed whatever the changes we made in the dev branch, all are in your main branch? See, added file, whatever the commit message I had given, all are here. So whatever the implementation you have done in your dev branch after merging, so you all get merged with the main branch. Now, because I had already deleted the dev branch, right? That's why you don't get this dev branch again. But your content is already merged with your main branch. Got it now?
Okay.
Yeah. I hope you are clear so far. Maybe initially, sometime you may get confused, but don't worry. Try practice with all the commands. You will
Will
definitely.
all this will be available in our local folder?
Yeah, now merge is done on your remote repository. Just
Okay.
push, git push, no, git pull. Pull in the sense we are fetching from the remote repository. Git pull all whatever the commit you did. I mean the things. Okay, let's switch to main branch. Git check out main. Git pull. See, PLS. All the your dev branch files are merged with the main branch.
Okay.
Git branch hyphen a. Git branch hyphen a in the sense it is listing out whatever the branches are there in the log.
Okay. It is the main origin that we can see head.
Hmm.
Okay.
Now where you are, which branch you are, that's how it shows.
Okay.
You can create one more branch. Here you will get one more branch option. Just create it and perform all your operations, then merge it so that all your things are ready. I hope we are clear, right, so far.
Yeah.
And what are the scenarios, use cases you are going to get issues if you are performing um, something called I am just added. Let me add one file here so that you will. I'll try to explain one use case. Add a file, create in a file, file4.txt. Just commit. I'm I'm just creating one more file here. File6.txt. Sorry. Git add. Git commit -m. Add it file4, file6. Git push. Origin main. If you give or not give also no issues, but git full up to here is fine. So if you notice, I did some changes in the remote repository. I created a file name called 4 file 4 I created, and in my local repository I created a file 6. What will happen if I am pushed now? Any guesses?
Will not add to the main.
Yeah, let's
File
see how
6.
how it works.
File 6 will not add to the main branch. Error.
Updates were rejected because of remote contains work they do not have locally. This is usually caused by another repository pushing to the same reference. What it is trying to say, you did some changes. I mean, some changes happened on the remote repository, and you also did some changes here, and you are trying to push to the remote repository, which the commit message, the head of the commit message was not matching. So that's how it is. I mean, it is not able to sync the content, the latest updates from the remote repository. So this is how we call it as a merge conflict. Okay. So for that, you have to first keep in mind you have to pull the content first. Git pull. First you have to pull the content, then you have to push. So now your file 4 is ready in your local repository. Now git status. Okay, no commit, nothing is there, everything is clear, just git push. So you're you're fine now. So 6 also push to your remote repository. So what is the learn here? You have to, before pushing the content from your local to remote repository, you have to pull the content first. So that is the primary rule of the Git, because there should, the head, the commit message should be synced with the remote and local repository, right? Git pull. Git pull. Git push. First you have to pull the changes, then you have to pull the operations, or else it won't allow you to push the things until it is a different branch. When you are working on different branch, that's fine, but for the same branch, it won't allow you. What happens? I'm editing the same file. Okay. Added allow from GitLab repo. I just added some content in the same file. Here also I'm adding some content on the same file. Added a world from desktop. Save. Just git add, git commit. Okay. Modified from desktop. Now git push. The same issue. Pull first. See, have you noticed this one? This is called merge conflict. This is a compulsory interview question. What is merge conflict? How are you going to, you know, deal with the merge conflicts? So when interviewer asks, there are, multiple ways you can explain, but only thing, the genuine answer is, you have to sit with whoever is already developed on the same uh, file or same repository and sit with that together, and you have to resolve the conflict. I did so and so, I added so and so things, and you also added so and so things. What needs to be comes first? What needs to be comes next? So those things, the both of them needs to agree. Then they have to issue the merge conflicts. Okay, got it now. See how it happens. It looked like this. You added from the desktop, and this content added from the GitLab repo. This is how the merge conflict looks like this. You both of you sit together and resolve. So boss, this is I added. Let it be in here. Do like this. Or you can keep upside also this one.
The added hello world from desktop, this will be visible in the GitHub, Git main branch.
No, now how it is visible, because we cannot push no merge conflict happened here.
Okay.
It is not possible to push.
In
It is
file
not
6.
allowing. Yeah, it is not allowing you. See.
Okay.
So that is how you need to, the both the people should collaborate and you have to work on that. Then git push. Because of your
What in
again
case of if in case of any command has been deleted from the main branch?
commands.
Uh, I mean, like the updated file,
Mm-hmm.
if it is deleted, how we comes to know, or how we can recover it?
Yeah. So every no each and every commits you are going to do some actions, right? See, you are going to add some commit messages. So based on that, you can track who has done what on this one's file, who has removed the file, who has deleted the file, who has modified the file, what content has modified. Those things you can capture like this.
Okay.
So that is called the Git is a tracking tool. You are going to, it is going to track each and every, changes you made to the repository. Because for small, if you just add small space also, it is going to capture. And who captured also, it is going to track. Okay.
That will give any uh, like alerts, like any changes made, or see.
Yeah, 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 yeah. See, this is just open source. I mean, public repository and open source. So emails are not configured. But if you
Mm,
go with the service enterprise, these things, you will get each and everything. You will get a messages.
okay.
Yeah, that is tracking is there. Email triggers. Any questions so far?
Any other like conflicts, or real-time issues while creating this repository, pull, push, or get add in this in real time, which you have been faced
Y-
regularly
Yeah,
apart
you
from?
usually you will get a lot of issues on while merging the without pulling. You are going to push, right. You have to first pull the content, then you have to push. That is how your remote repository sync with your, a local desktop repository sync with the remote repository.
Yeah.
And the major issues is the Git conflict only. So multiple people are working on the same file. People are adding different modules, and without noticing, if you are not fetching latest and if you are pushing, you will definitely end up with the merge conflicts. So merge conflict is the major issues you are going to fetch in especially in the live environment. But there you have to carefully have to sit with the people who are is working already with the same file, and you have to resolve whatever the modules they are developed, whatever modules you have developed. So you both needs to agree. Then you have to resolve that conflict. Got it right?
Yes. Gopi, how about this storage? I mean, this whatever we are storing, some huge files or whatever,
Mhm.
will it be in the repository of the GitHub, and or with the AWS, our local desktop?
It is that is called a remote repository. Whatever the changes we made, it is always sync with the remote repositories. You forget
Okay.
about your local. If let me delete this now. Now local content is done. Removed accidentally. How are you going to recover it? It is there already in the remote repository. Just clone it. ED. All your files are here.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So anything, the production content. So the remaining tools what we are using, Terraform, Ansible, Kubernetes, whatever their configurations are maintaining in the Git remote repository only. So from there it is directly fetching the content onto the respective tools and it is trying to perform the actions. So that is called the Git is the primary tool for the remaining tools. And we have to spend a lot of time and we have to thoroughly understand the architecture of the Git. So if you are not aware of the Git at all, you are not at all screening in the interviews also. So that's why this tool is very essential. The people should to always, I mean, they have to know this tool each and every point of view. So let's fine. So we will tomorrow we will see some use cases. What are all the um, um, different ways of accessing different tools or how we can integrate, so that we will discuss tomorrow. So far
And
any issues? Yeah, Sunil.
this one is like public, right? You told, right? In
Yes,
private.
this is a
Yeah.
public repository. This
Um,
is open to use. You no need to pay
yes.
anything.
And private, do we need to provide IDs to access these repositories to the restricted
Yeah,
people?
here also you will have
Mm,
an option called private repository also. If you click new, I can create one repository name. Here, if you look at public and private, if you
mhm.
make it private, so that repositories you cannot see outside.
Okay.
You will no longer able to access. But whatever I created, you can, from your login, you can see this repository, whatever things I had made. And
Yes,
just,
Gopi, but when you create the private this one repo, right?
hmm.
So is there any way that we can give the access to some people for the private
Yeah, repository
repository?
access. That's what, yeah, I was.
No, I think separate. Yeah, maybe probably. I have not tried. Um, but again, you
And
need to share your tokens. That is not a good practice, right? Or
sharing tokens, it will be like a compliance, right? Again.
that's why. That's why. So private is private always. But private repositories you can make use in the tools, like if you use in the Jenkins, there you are creating a separate you are maintaining the credentials, right there you no need to expose these things. So I mean in the future classes I'll explain how we can make use these credentials without sharing, exposing the things to outside world. So you will get to know.
Okay.
But
I mean, in organization, how it works, I just want to check on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
in organization side, they don't use this GitHub. Probably they'll use Bitbucket and popularly now using GitLab. So that tool is again that is restricted to internal purpose only. Though it is a public repository, public in the sense within a company they can view it. Outside
Okay.
the company they cannot view it. So that I mean we will cover that tool also, so that you will get an idea how that works. But it is GitLab is in mandatory tool you have to learn. The companies are even I had posted a couple of in the DevOps channel, right, WhatsApp. So major companies are looking knowledge and give Git lab. So it has a lot of functionalities, features it has.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Got it.
Any questions so far? Uday, any questions you have? Okay, all right. If nothing, we can wait up the call. We will connect tomorrow. But make sure practice the things, then only you will get an idea how things are working. Or else if you are just watching the videos, I don't think you don't get any knowledge on this.
Gopi, like when we are practicing, if we get any stuck on, do you have any free time to send a mail or text in the mobile to
You can
discussion?
you can straight away call me, not an issue.
Yeah. Fine. Thank you.
But if I am engaged with my office calls, I'll tell you to call back after some time. If I am
No.
free, I'll definitely you can connect with me if you have any issues.
Okay. Thank
Okay. Thank you guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you,
you.
Shakti.
Thank you.